explain how to set up our Tradingview account to look as neat as this. So in a nutshell, what we are trying to do here is to replicate this same interface. So for those who have not used Tradingview account before, we are going to start from scratch for everyone to benefit. So you can use any browser of your choice, and I'm going to be using this. Then when you open a new tab, just type tradingview.com. It's going to give you something like this. Then you click on this and you wait for it to load. The moment it loads, go to this place, click on get started. Though the interface may not look the same as the interface that you're going to meet on the phone, however, just follow the same process, you are going to get the same result. Okay, so click on get started, and once you click on get started, it's going to give you an option of sign up and sign in. For me, I've already created an account with them with this very profile, so I'm going to continue with the previous account I've already created with them. Then I'll click on it and wait for it to load. So when you click on market, it's going to give you some options to choose from, which means if you are trading indices, you go with this. If you are trading stock, crypto, future, forex, government bonds, and more. So for today's video, we are going to be focusing on forex because that is what I trade. Hover your mouse here, and if you're using your phone, just tap on forex and it's going to give you options to choose from again. So we are going to be focusing on major. Just click on major and it will give you something like this to choose from again. You scroll down, we are going to see the major pairs we have. Okay, so we are going to be using USDJPY for our analysis. You click on it. When you open it, it's going to be green and red. Why you are saying this is because I've already customized this very interface before too, and we are going to like assume starting from scratch. So once this place is like this, perfect. Okay, now let's go to the settings here and customize some other things. Let's start from symbol, from up. So this symbol here was once red. I checked it to blue. Okay, now you do the same thing here. You change this one here to this. So what is this signifying? This one is bullish candles and this one is bearish candles. Okay, you come to this place, you leave it default. Okay, now let's go to time zone. If you are from Nigeria, you bring it back to UTC +1 Lagos. It depends on your time zone, and I want everybody to understand their time zone before you can set up your Tradingview account for perfect display. Now after that's been done, we come to this place. Okay, we come to status line. If it's checked, title, it was checked before, but I remove it because you can see it here. I don't want it to be there. It is noise for me, so I unchecked it. Okay, open market status line, put it on checked. Chart values unchecked, but just repeat everything you are seeing here in order to get what you are seeing right now on the interface. Okay, then bar changes value, remove it, put it on check, put it on check, then leave these indicator titles checked. And the reason is this: if I have some indicators here, but I'm not making use of them, so as I put it checked, it's going to show me which of the indicators I'm using. Values checked. Then this background, leave it, don't touch it, let it be default. Okay, then let's go to scale and lines, currency and unit. Just leave it visible or mouse hover. Okay, then leave everything you are seeing here unchecked. Whatever you are seeing checked, put it checked. Whatever you are seeing unchecked, put it unchecked. No overlapping labels, put it check. Countdowns to bar, this is what you are seeing here. You know, this candle is going to close in the next 2 minutes 17 seconds. Okay, so put it is going to help us to know when to take our positions in the long run. Okay, then we'll come back to this, just leave this one here, then previous, close and leave it hidden. Indicators and financial, leave it hidden. It's going to come like this naturally, except you change it to whatever you want. But for me, I don't want noise on my interface, so I put all this like this, so you can rewatch this video in order to get the perfect view. Okay, day of week on labels, you put it check. So this date format is going to look like this. You see the way my this thing is on the crochet here, my date is on the crochet, so that is how it's going to show. Then you remove it from 24 hours to 12 hours for you to be able to use it appropriately. Like me, because one or two things, I don't put it on 24 hours, I leave it on 12 hours. Okay, then you come back here, save chart left edge position when changing interval. No, just leave it on check. Let's go to Canva. This Canva, you see background, leave it solid. When you open the account, it's going to be gradient, but leave it solid, and the color should be white because of the candlestick color we've chosen already. Let's go to grid lines, put it none. Then go to crochet. This crochet is what you are seeing like this, but for phone users, you are not going to see it like this. Long press the screen and it's going to give you the same thing. Okay, so I changed the color to this very color. Line, it was like this before, but I changed it to this normal, to this the thickness should be tiny as this, just to give us the position of our cursor. That is all. Okay, now we'll come back, watermark mode, remove it, let it be replay mode, don't put anything. This text should be 12. Okay, this is what you are seeing here. This is it. So the color should be black and it's going to appear perfect as this. Then you come back, lines, just don't touch anything there. Buttons, navigation, visible on mouse over, leave it like that. Pan, visible on mouse over, leave it like that. So this one, when you open it, is going to be 10 7 10, but I change it like this. And this one is what we call margin. The margin is for us to get a wider screen while using it. Okay, so you can, if you increase it to 10 like this, you see as the thing is reducing, but for me I prefer 7 5 7. Okay, just put it like this and come to trading. This is buy or sell buttons. Me, I don't like it, because if you tick it, this is what you are going to see. I consider it as noise too, so I uncheck it. One click trading, like people who trade directly from their Tradingview account, so they'll just click on this, but for me, I leave it unchecked. The execution sound, if you are taking trade directly from this, once you place the trade, it's going to sound, so you put it checked. But if you like, you can remove it. But for me, I'm not taking trade directly from my Tradingview. I use MetaTrader 5 to take each of my positions, so I don't much bother about this very one. And show owner rejection notifications, no. Then positions and others, yeah, I'm gonna put it checked. This one checked, yeah. Then profit and loss value, I'll put it checked, so that whenever you are on profit, it will be telling you where your profit reaches. Whenever you are losing, it still show the same thing. Positions, put it checked. Background check. And execution mark, put it check. Execution label, leave it. Alert, we just need alert line, put it check. And this is going to help us, especially when we want to take a position and maybe we are going to be far from the screen and we want the market to notify us immediately the market is approaching our entry level. So we put it check. Okay, once it crosses that place, there's a way we do it. I'm going to explain that later when we start fully. So we put it check, there's a way we do it and it's going to be perfect. Okay, so you leave it checked, then only active alert, put it checked. alert volume, put it check, automatically hit toast, put it check. Then we go to event. So this event is going to cover something like news, economic event and all of that. Put it on check. The reason is this: TradingView has an embedded way in which individual can share their ideas. So when people start sharing their ideas, it's going to notify. They are noise to me and I don't like it, and I believe it's going to be the same thing to you. So put it on check. Session breaks, put it on check so that it will not distort the interface. Then economic event, put it check so that whenever there is an economic event, TradingView is going to notify you. Only future events, put it check. Event breaks, just leave it. And latest news, yeah, put it check for you to be notified when there is latest news. Okay, all right, so that is all. Once you are done, then click OK. The interface is going to look like this. So once you've gotten it set, come to this place. You are going to see, when you open it, you are not going to see all these time frames here. So you are the one to mark them and bring them up like I did. Okay, put it here. You start it. Once you start it, it's going to appear here. Like I removed this one, you see that 2 is no longer there anymore. So if I come back again and I hover my mouse, it's going to give me this option and I put it favorite. It has appeared there for easy access. It's not every time you are going to be checking. Well, maybe you want to go for 1 minute time frame, you still have to choose. You scroll down, it's going to distract your attention. Okay, so just put everything in order. Right now, this is where we call our toolbars. This toolbars helps us to analyze our charts. Everything that makes TradingView lies inside this place. Okay, so let's explore a little before we call it a day for today's video. So here we have trend line. This trend line is what connects our two highs, or our highs together. Okay, like this, and you can still use it like this, whichever way you want to use it. Okay, it's gonna be like that. You can see it. So but we don't need it for now because we are just exploring. Okay, once you click on it, you can delete it here, or you remove your backspace if you are using laptop. So we come to this place, you see this is our fib house. There are a lot of things here, but we are just going to use maybe this later on. This is what we call Fibonacci retracement. It has its measurement. We are going to cover it in the long run too, so we are not going to touch much on this. And when we come to this one is patterns. We don't need this for now. We don't need this. And we have here, we have long. Like if you want to take a buy position, you can just make it like this. The long means you are buying, the short means you are selling. We'll cover this when we come to understanding the terminologies of forex industry. Okay, then like this, the same thing. If you flip it to the other side, this one is short. That means you are selling, you are taking a position to the downside. That is all. Then we come to this place. Here we have lots of options here again to explore. We are going to cover all of this in a long run. Then we come to this place. This is test. So once you click on test, it's going to give you option to type whatever you want, but we don't need it now, so we remove it. And this one is for emojis. Like every other typing keyboard, you see the same thing here on TradingView in order for you to be able to mark whatever you want to mark. And this one here is measure. If you are using computer, it's going to be easy. You just press shift plus command. That is all. You measure wherever you want to measure. Okay, but there is a perfect way to do this. I'll cover that later on. And here We have zoom in. If you want to zoom in, you can zoom in. If you want to zoom out, you zoom out. This magnet mode snaps. If you put it on, it will be hard for you in order to draw your tools effectively. So I advise you remove it. Don't put a check. This one is to keep the drawing, or like maybe you are using trend line and you are drawing, it's still going to keep it drawing. Instead of you to be going back and drawing this, you just keep it. Once you are done with that, you remove it, and that is all. Okay, if you make any mistake, you can just go to up here, you click on this like this. That is backward and forward. Okay, this one is to lock all your drawings. Like if you've drawn anything before and you don't want any changes at all, just put it locked. And if you put it locked, you are not going to be able to draw a new line anymore. So I advise you put it open as it is. Then this one, if you want to hide all your drawings at once, you just click on this and all of them are going to disappear. And when you click on it, it's going to come back. For instance, let's get this one like this, and maybe let's get this one like this. Okay, yeah, let's get this one like this. Just an instance. You can see I have two drawings already. When I hide them, all of them will go. You get now. So when you click on it back, they'll come back. And this one is to delete. If you want to delete everything at once, you can click on it. You remove 4 drawings, you remove indicator, remove this. You can remove both the indicators and all of your drawing. And this one will help you to calculate the number of drawings you have at that moment. So I don't advise you to use this, because if you use it, you are going to like maybe start from scratch. Okay, but for now I just want to remove this 4 drawings, and that is all. Okay, feel free to explore. Goodbye.